My name is Marquise Twitty, also known as Marcus Cross and Zwei. I create videos. I create videos. I do graphic design. I do audio editing. I do a lot of social media stuff. I do a bunch of other stuff. Jack of all trade, master of maybe a few of them. But like all in all, I do that under the facade of Marcus Cross and Zwei because outside of that, Marquise can only handle so much. Marcus Cross and Zwei can do anything. If you ask them to nicely, within reason, they can probably get out content to you ASAP. Marquise, on the other hand, is dealing with a lot of stuff. Zwei is able to get on camera and talk about like politics and able to talk about comic books and video games. Marcus Cross can probably talk about like what goes into video games thematically, what goes into like making a good scene, what goes into like perfecting the magical systems, both in like the social aspects and also the gameplay aspects. He can talk about ludology versus narratology better than most people. He can talk about all the different game design ideals that come up into his mind, but Marquise Twitty at this present moment cannot. Marquise Twitty, Marquise, technically, really, my name is Marquis. Marquis Javon Twitty cannot deal with it. Why can he not deal at this present moment? Well, it's like this. I am dealing with a lot of things. Currently, I don't even know where I want to even start with this. When I was at ODU, I was doing a lot of things. I was the music programming director. Actually, let me go back and start back. At this present moment, at this time, April of last year, let me tell you who I was at that time. I was the music programming director, handling social media analytics, handling shows, making sure shows show up on time, making sure that music man, production managers knew what they were doing, making sure that everyone got the content that was supposed to be created, making sure that people knew how to work equipment, making sure that like if someone needed a show slot that night, whatever show slot that I had, I gave that up for whoever wanted to use it. I was doing my own show. I was doing Hipster Hour in the evenings when I could, and I was doing video game talk in the mornings when I could. Around the same time, I was also part of the video game design club. I was a vice president. I was managing our social media stuff. I was helping with making sure that they were able to put out a game on time, making sure charity stuff was being in effect, making sure that whatever went on next year while I was in there would happen. Last year, this time, I was hanging out with friends. Last year, this time, I was working. Last year, this time, I thought I had a handle on everything. I don't. 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 So let me tell you where we're at. I was doing multiple things. I was working multiple people, working multiple stuff, and then I part of me effed up, and part of life happened. So let me tell you, I ended up getting sick over the summer of last year. Some days were better than most. Some days were better than others. I was sick with not being able to breathe half the time. So like sinuses were inflamed. I ended up with a throat infection, both strep and also possibly mono. It's still iffy what that was. I was out of commission for a few weeks, so I wasn't really able to work a lot of places. I also was dealing with like my own intestinal stuff. Didn't know that was a thing. Apparently, there's some intestinal stuff that runs in my family, so I was dealing with that. And so I was sick in the norm. Ended up in the hospital multiple times. So on top of trying to pay hospital bills, also had housing stuff. And all on top of that, it was still trying to finish out my courses and stuff because technically I was supposed to graduate last year of this time. I am out by 3 credits. And I know what you're saying. Well, you should be able to knock them out, right? Currently, I cannot. Reason being, it's because I still owe money to housing. I died, you know, like I my financial stuff fell through. Working and what money I did have saved up went into paying some of the debt off, some of my debts off, but it didn't go to paying the whole thing off. And my financial aid stuff didn't fulfill all of that. It couldn't. Most of it went to like finishing the main course stuff. So I was working to pay off when I was doing freelancing stuff, doing side jobs and stuff. I was working to pay off a lot of my medical bills, also eating and stuff. Sometimes not even eating to pay off stuff. And it became overwhelming to the point where I wasn't able to solve anything. I ended up sick. My mom ended up sick. Sean ended up sick. Taking care of them. So that whole summers, was partially me trying to balance out social stuff, trying to make sure I had enough money to eat, while also trying to balance out all other debt stuff. Still solving it. Marcus Cross and Zwei are facades that I put on for when I have to work on stuff. Marquise Twitty is the one talking to you today. He's not the one doing those Zwei videos. He's not the one doing the whole, I'm just a 23-year-old trying to make it. No. This is me talking to you. This is Marquise Twitty. This is me being as completely honest as I can be. Because there's a lot of things I want to talk about. So starting off, I currently have been job hunting for the last, I want to say 8 months. Nothing has come through. Nothing. Everything that I have tried working with has fallen through. In more ways than one. And it's been difficult. It's been difficult because like trying to job hunt and then try to take care of 2 sick parents off and on has been difficult. It's been a headache, not because of them, but because one, a lot of stuff that happens in this apartment is not helping with their health, and also trying to a lot of stuff we can't afford. It just, a lot of it is just, it's overwhelming, way overwhelming. And so when you add on to like trying to keep up with a portfolio, trying to keep up with other stuff like video game design work and stuff like that, doing the Zwei videos and doing the Marcus Cross blog stuff, that is just those moments where I get to like think outside of my problems, well beyond myself, as another person, as another facade, as another individual who can handle all this stuff. But really, me, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do anymore. And everyone, like, random people have given me try to give me advice, but like some of the advice is just stupid. It's just stupid because either A, they don't solve anything, or they make anything worse, or B, they're just saying it because like it's a way for them to, I guess, pat themselves in the back to make it sound like they're helping. But really not. The people who have really helped me, other than my parents, have been the ones who like, other than the family, because I had a lot of family that have helped recently, but like mainly, the big help I've had is like people I've contacted for professional references, people I've contacted for like helping them out with other business stuff. Those people have been A-ones. Now then, and I know I'm staring off here because that's where my thoughts are going. It's all of it is overwhelming. And right now, I should be doing Pixel Fest. I should be taking pictures, interviewing videos, and graphic design stuff. But right now, I can't. I can't even leave my house to even do that because, like, all of the other stuff that has been crazy over the last few months have been overwhelming to the point where, like, I can't talk to anyone really about it. Not directly. I mean, I can. In a professional sense, I can, but I can't talk to them in like the personal level that I can now, like I am on this video camera. And that's really tough, especially when you got a mild case of autism, when you're on the high functioning scale. It's already tough enough to have people misunderstanding you, not understanding you at all. It's even tougher when you're not able to talk to them on this level, like I am now. And I know I made another video about my insecurities and stuff, but like, I think a lot of my insecurities and my financial problems and like the problems with trying to help my family's health and the other problems that involve like me as a creator, me as content creation, because I should be making a video right about now. I should be doing a lot of stuff, but like this stuff, I don't know. The housing stuff has been going on for months. The trying to be able to take, all I need to graduate is pretty much 3 credits. 3 credits. If you look at, like, if you ever get a chance to look at my like transcript stuff, it's only 3 more credits. That's sad. That's 1 course. I'm not even able to take 1 course because financially I'm not able to do it. And before you go into like, what about FAFSA? Let me stop you right there. There's some other problems with that at this present moment. I'm still working out FAFSA stuff, but still, before I can even manage the FAFSA stuff, I would still have to address the housing debt. So, I really, let me just say this. I know a lot of you, what you're about to suggest. I know half the stuff is what you're about to suggest, but just let me rant. Because I don't get to do that often. I don't get to talk about my problems that often. Especially to those who just want to pat themselves on the back. I really don't need it. Thank you. Thank you for your advice that you give online, that you talk to random people on Twitter about, but you really don't know them, but that's not... I just want someone to listen for once. Not just talk. Not talk over me either. Because that's been a problem. That's been the main problem I've had over the last few months. Too many people trying to talk over me, not trying to listen to what I have to say, and that's also been bubbling to the head. So, my main problem is that I want to do a lot of things, but I can't do a lot of things. And a lot of the places that I thought that I should be able to do have fallen through. My plans falling through. And I know shit happens. Great, thank you, I got it. But it shouldn't always happen. That's where I'm at. Like, I feel like everything is always happening. And I feel like everyone is like forcing to always be positive, and to the point where it's just like, well, why can't for once Marquise talk about like it not working out? That's one on Marquise. to his own detriment, to his own detriment, will try to be positive for everyone else. And even try to fake positivity for himself for everyone else. That he won't actually just sit down and be able to just vent and let it all out. Even right now, like, I gotta stay off into this spot right here because I don't know how to say that to the camera that I don't know what I'm doing. I don't. Professionally, I'm A1. You got me professionally. Outside of that, outside of the content creator, outside of the normal adulting stuff, outside of helping my friends out with problems, you got me. I don't know. I ain't got all the answers. I'm Zwei in this whole situation. And like, life is Kanye. You ain't got the answer, Zwei. You're right, Zwei. You're right, Kanye. I know. And that's tough. And this isn't the I pity party video. This is just the let it all out, Marcus. Because if you don't, I feel like if I don't talk to it on the camera here, if I don't say it on camera, if I don't talk to the screen that I normally talk to, I don't think I'll actually talk about this with a regular person. That's most of my problems. That's most of my inferiority complex problems. That's most of my image problems. That's mostly my depression. That's mostly my social ineptness. You want me to do a presentation? I got you. You want me to talk to an audience of people? I got you. You want me to talk one-on-one about myself to someone else that's outside of my professional stuff? I can't. It's almost impossible. I don't know. So thank you for those who have helped over these last few months. Thank you for all those who kept in contact with me over the last few months. Thank you for all those who allowed me to work on content for them. You don't know how much that means to me. That okay. Nope, not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. Not on camera release. Just for those of you watching, thank you. Just thank you for watching. And thank you for letting me vent for today. That's Marquise, not as Marcus or Zwei. And I can't tell you that I'll find a solution today, tomorrow, maybe not even next year, for the next 5 years. I don't know. But thank you again. And then after this, you're probably just gonna see Zwei come back and talk about something happening in the video game world or something in the geeky Twitter or whatever. And Marcus is probably gonna say something philosophical about life, about what it means to do stuff for PR. But thank you for allowing Marquise Javon Twitty for once. I know in the other video, yes, you saw a glimpse, but for this video, for once, to let me fully rant about what I'm going through currently. It's not the worst thing in the world. You're right. It's not. I'm not dying. I'm not dead. I can wake up in the morning. That's great. And we got food. Not a lot of food in the house, but we got food in the house. And the lights are on. But I just wish things could be better. A whole lot better. I want things to be better. I feel like it should be better. I'm hoping things will be better. Praying things will be better. But that part, that, you know, everyone has that small part of them that doesn't believe any of that. And I think that's where I'm at, in my head wise. So thank you again for watching and letting me rant.